Welcome to Life-Changing Quotes. I read my eyes out and can't read half enough. The more one reads, the more one sees we have to read. I say that power must never be trusted without a check. I must judge for myself, but how can I judge? How can any man judge, unless his mind has been opened and enlarged by reading? To believe all men honest is folly. To believe none is something worse. You will never be alone with a poet in your pocket. The happiness of society is the end of government. The whole drama of the world is such tragedy that I am weary of the spectacle. If worthless men are sometimes at the head of affairs, it is, I believe, because worthless men are at the tail and the middle. Old minds are like old horses. You must exercise them, if you wish to keep them in working order. 20 times in the course of my late reading have I been on the point of breaking out. This would be the best of all possible worlds, if there were no religion in it. When legislature is corrupted, the people are undone. Everything in life should be done with reflection. Remember, democracy never lasts long. It soon wastes, exhausts, and murders itself. There never was a democracy yet that did not commit suicide. There are only two creatures of value on the face of the earth: those with the commitment, and those who require the commitment of others. The true source of our sufferings has been our timidity. Abuse of words has been the great instrument of sophistry and chicanery, of party, faction, and division of society. The jaws of power are always open to devour, and her arm is always stretched out, if possible, to destroy the freedom of thinking, speaking, and writing. Property monopolized or in the possession of a few is a curse to mankind. Great is the guilt of an unnecessary war. The right of a nation to kill a tyrant in case of necessity can no more be doubted than to hang a robber or kill a flea. Our Constitution was made only for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate to the government of any other. God is an essence that we know nothing of. Until this awful blasphemy is got rid of, there never will be any liberal science in the world. They shall not be expected to acknowledge us until we have acknowledged ourselves. Admire and adore the author of the telescopic universe, love and esteem the work. Do all in your power to lessen ill and increase good, but never assume to comprehend. No man who ever held the office of president would congratulate a friend on obtaining it. The foundations of national morality must be laid in private families. Make things rather than persons the subjects of conversations. I wish I could lay down beside her and die too. A man ought to avow his opinions and defend them with boldness. I read my eyes out and can't read half enough. The more one reads, the more one sees we have to read. Knowledge in the head and virtue in the heart. Time devoted to study or business, instead of show and pleasure, are the way to be useful and consequently happy. You and I ought not to die before we have explained ourselves to each other. I discovered books and read forever. If the way to do good to my country were to render myself popular, I could easily do it. But extravagant popularity is not the road to public advantage. Without religion, this world would be something not fit to be mentioned in polite company, I mean hell. I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is a disgrace, that to become a law firm, and that 3 or more become a Congress. Because power corrupts, society's demands for moral authority and character increase as the importance of the position increases. Eloquence in public assemblies is not the surest road to fame and preferment, at least unless it be used with great caution, very rarely, and with great reserve. This wasted time I have found by constant experience to be as indispensable as sleep. What a fine affair it would be if we could flit across the Atlantic as they say the angels do from planet to planet. A taste for literature and a turn for business. United in the same person, never fails to make a great man. I shall never shy until some animating occasion calls forth all my powers. Politeness, delicacy, and decency are but three different names for hypocrisy, chicanery, and cowardice. I never saw the face of Cobbett, I should not know him. If I met him in my porridge dish. He wrote as a young man that God's noblest gift was the gift of an inquiring mind. I cannot think it either vanity or virtue to acknowledge that the acquisition and communication of knowledge are the sole entertainment of my life. The nation which will not adopt an equilibrium of power must adopt a despotism. There is no other alternative. We hear very often declarations on the demoralizing tendency of war, but as much as I hate war, I cannot be of the opinion that frequent wars are so corrupting to human nature as long peace. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Press the bell icon for more motivational videos.